welcome back to another episode of Tori Rain, and today is Weigh-In Wednesday. Yay! So an update on how everything's been going. So since my last weigh-in, I did promise you guys I was going to try eating a salad and seeing how it went. So I did do that, and it went fine. I'll admit, right afterwards there was a tiny bit of discomfort, and I did stay home just in case there was any dumping syndromes. So I was really lucky. I have had, I believe, one or two more salads since filming my last weigh-in Wednesday, and it's been good. One thing I will notice is if my body has something new, it kind of reacts in a negative way only once. Once it's been in my system, the second time I don't usually have an issue. It's just how my body is, so I'm blessed in that sense. I do know a lot of people in my support group who can't eat a lot of things still currently because of dumping, and it goes on all day. And that's just, I've been very blessed, so that's not something that I have to go through. I do have stomach discomfort if I have something that's too sugary. So I do my best still to stay away from something that main ingredient is a lot of sugar, and especially a lot of processed sugar. So if I have like a piece of candy, it's very minimal because I will start to feel uncomfortable and unsettled if I have too much. But fruit, on the other hand, I can have like a cup of watermelon, which is a natural sugar, and I don't have any discomfort. So it's still the processed sugary foods that bother me, which is fine. And I mentioned in my last video that potato chips, if I have too many, it causes discomfort, and that is still a thing. So I still limit myself to maybe 5 potato chips at a time so that my stomach doesn't start to hurt. And again, I limit how much I'm having of that. That doesn't happen every week or every 2 weeks. It's very occasional. Lately, I've been having some random discomfort on my incisions. So we're about just shy of 4 months out. So I know the stitches are already absorbed and all that stuff. So I am going to email my primary doctor and let them know. I think it might be normal. It might just be scar tissue doing something, or something right on the surface, because it's not a deep pain, and it's just random slight sharp pains on the incision. But the incisions are fully healed, so I'm not quite sure what it is, but I'm gonna go ahead and just talk to my doctor and let her know, and then I'll let you guys know when I have an update. But it's very random. It's very sporadic. It's not constant enough where I even thought about it until just recently. Another update, I am back in school full time. I enjoyed my break. I enjoyed my break in Japan and spending time with family and friends. I still have more Japan videos coming, so don't worry, those are not ending. Still expect a video about once every 1 to 2 weeks. With school, I will always keep you guys updated if anything is going too crazy and it's taking a lot of my time, because school still has to come first, even though I really love making videos and running this YouTube channel. So I think that's kind of like everything that's been going on with me. I still drink water every day, all day. I still sip on it. I can take more of like a regular size sip now. It's no longer baby sips, which is nice, but I still have to regulate how often I'm taking a regular sip. So I can't take like a regular sip and then within 10 seconds take another regular sip like a normal person could. I have to actually wait. And I still very much wait at least 30 minutes after eating something to drink more water. And when the 30 minutes is up, that's when I still baby sip. It really fills me up and it's uncomfortable. So sometimes I have to wait even an hour to drink, which is really annoying, but it's just part of the commitment I made when I decided to go ahead with the surgery, and I'm okay with that. So some new things that I am aware of now is my relationship with food. So before, I used to just say I there was no problem with food, it was just my problem with portion control. I know in my last video I had already talked about how I had some anxiety when it's in front of me, and that I have to ask somebody to take the food away so it's not sitting in front of me so I don't snack on it. So that is still something I'm working on, and that is still something that I'm very much honest about, and I continue to ask Chris to remove the food from me or to eat it or package it up and put it in the fridge if it's a lot. So that is something I'm still very much committed to. But as time is going, I'm realizing that there is a bigger, in-depth issue mentally with my relationship with food. And before, I used to tell myself, I'm not one of those people. Like, I'm not addicted to food or anything like that. You know, food doesn't make me feel better. I don't eat food to make myself happy. And I'm starting to think that might not necessarily be the case. I know now that I don't let food run me, but there are still some times where I'm weak to something and I struggle to say no when I know I should say no. Either I'm full and I really can't eat anymore. There's more in depth than just feeling anxiety if there's food left on my plate, separate from being raised poor and you just finished what was on your plate. This is going more in depth. And I don't have an exact answer as to what the issue is, but I'm recognizing there's an issue. And it's a little embarrassing to admit that there probably is an issue with maybe food addiction or relying emotionally on food. So I haven't figured that out, but I'm trying to be honest with you guys as this process goes. And so this is something coming close on 4 months that I'm now realizing is probably an issue. Maybe I was in denial, so I'm going to go deeper into that. And I don't know when I'll have an answer for you guys as to what the real problem is, but I'm now realizing that there's a problem, and it's embarrassing to admit, but I'm not going to let it run me and I'm not going to let it control me anymore because I do not want to be back where I was. So I'm going to go ahead and weigh myself and we'll see where I'm at. Alright, as always, my trusty scale that I've talked to you guys about when I first made my very first Weigh-In Wednesday video. So if you guys want to know about the scale, I believe that information is on the first Weigh-In Wednesday. And if you guys have questions about the scale, feel free to leave them in the comments. But this scale is hooked up to my app, so I will open up the app now. So the app is called Feel Fit. So the last time I weighed in with you guys, I was at 290.8. So I'm going to get on the scale. Okay. Got another message, error message. We'll say, yes, it's mine. Okay, so I am down to 280.4. Alright, so we are at 280.4. We are down 10 pounds since last Weigh-In Wednesday. I'll admit, I'm a little disappointed that I'm only down 10 pounds in 1 month. I know this whole thing is a process, and I know the weight loss can't always just be dropping and dropping and dropping. There has to be some balance with your body, like recalibrating everything. So I will reach out to my doctors in Mexico because they do have a support team that I can talk to at any time, and I will reach out to them and let them know that in 1 month I'm only down 10 pounds, and if that's okay. I do know in my support group there are people who are classified as slow losers, and they start to lose weight at a slower rate than almost everybody else, but they're still consistent. So would I be disappointed if I was classified as a slow loser? Yes, but what's important is that the weight still comes off. And I'm not opposed to losing weight slower if it will help maybe some of the skin issues not be such a big issue. And this could just be a random funk for this month. My body maybe was recalibrating. For the past 4 months, I was averaging about 20 pounds a month, and there would be a week to a week and a half where I wouldn't lose anything, and then the following week I would drop. So, and I would drop maybe 5 pounds here, 10 pounds here, another 5 pounds here. But I was averaging about 20 pounds a month, and this month it's 10 pounds. I think I need to do better in incorporating more exercising. I do hope that with going back to school and being forced to walk from class to class and walk to my meetings and my extracurricular activities, that will help. And, because I was a little bit stationary, it could have just been the vacation month, where we're supposed to take time to relax and not be so stressed out, and you know, I just over-relaxed maybe. But we'll see. I will keep you guys informed. Be on the lookout for next week. I want to put out a video, the difference between Japanese weddings and American weddings. But I'll explain everything on the video. So that's it for today's video. I love you guys. Thanks for sticking it out with me. Bye!